everything to be an underground king. Underground king. I sacrifice everything to be an underground king. King.
What it do, kings and queens? It's your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ, and we are back with another video. And today we are talking about the Central Pneumatic 20-ounce gravity feed spray gun, which is the green gun. And part number for that is 56982. If you pick this gun up like I have and a couple others that I know of, how can I say it? I just wasn't impressed. But let's talk about it. All right, so first off, once you get the gun up out of the box, you know, you get the gun and it's not too heavy. It's not, you know, made the best, but that's to be expected. I mean, the price of this gun is $25. I believe it's a little bit cheaper if you get the discount, somewhere around 20, 21 bucks maybe. And I believe it comes with a cleaning kit, comes with the cup. You know, the main thing that you normally get with all their guns over at Harbor Freight. So if you saw my last video, you saw that I told you that the PPS, universal PPS system from Spectrum works with the gun. So if not, that video will be linked in the description and you can check that out as well. But I've used this gun twice, and let me just say, I wasn't really impressed either time. I just wasn't. So let's talk a little bit about the gun. So when you get it up out the box, of course it has the green finish on the body and has a 1.4 tip, which I'm liking to use a 1.3 nowadays, but the 1.4, it will get the job done. I've used this gun twice, and let me say I just wasn't impressed either time that I used it. And it has 29 PSI on the input, but we're definitely gonna talk about that because I just couldn't get it to work at that 29 PSI. But you know me, every time I do a review, I don't try to talk about the gun so much and actually try to get some action in with the gun and then tell you about my thoughts after using the gun. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's jump into some action, then we'll come back and then we'll talk about the gun. All right, so you just saw the footage of me using the gun, trying to mess around with it, and as I said before, I used the gun twice, and I didn't care for it either time that I used it. It does a good job. It will get the job done. Don't get me wrong, but I recommend the gun for small parts, wheels maybe, quick jobs. But as an overall paint job type of gun, I don't even recommend it for that. When I sprayed it the very first time, you always know when you get the cheaper end spray guns from Harbor Freight, you gotta clean them. You gotta take them apart, you gotta clean them. It's just a must. They come with that packing grease. For whatever reason, you have to clean them. So I cleaned mine. When I put the gun back together, got it all ready for paint, the gun leaked on me. So I had to take it all back apart, clean it again, put it all back together, and then finally got it to where it didn't leak. So this time that you just got done watching me use the gun to spray with on the Equinox that I was spraying, I could not get this thing to atomize at all. So what I was attempting to do was change the fan, and I couldn't change the fan. And then when I attempted to get the fluid and get the fan right to get the gun to atomize like I wanted to, it just wasn't working. I was getting real big droplets, which was causing a lot of orange peel in the base before I even got to the clear. So I didn't figure out what I needed to do with the gun until I got to the step of laying clear down. So what I found was I was trying to spray at that 29 like it recommended. I bumped up to 30. Nope, that didn't work either. So in order for me to get the gun like I wanted to, I had to bump the pressure up to 40 PSI. I had to go 40 pounds just to get the gun to spray like I wanted it to and to get those small fine droplets. Now, for the fan, which is right here, the top one controls your fan, bottom one controls your fluid. Had the fluid wide open. I was trying to adjust the fan, which it just didn't want to adjust. When I started turning, it's just difficult. It'll stop, and then I had to break it free. I'm still having a good time right now trying to get it to turn out. But I had to break it free to get the fan to open up. Other than that, and I mean I really fought with it to break it free. That's just terrible. So if you do have one of these and you want to adjust the fan, you might have to just turn it real hard, maybe get some vice grips and kind of break it free, which you shouldn't have to do that, but that's what I had to do. I had to fight with it and then finally got it to break free, and I got it open and was able to adjust the fan like I wanted to. So it was just a disaster in my opinion. But I think I'm gonna give it at least one more try now that I know to bump it up to 40 pounds, because I laid the base at 29 or so pounds like it was recommended. I was getting orange peel in my base, which was just terrible, and I couldn't get the gun to adjust like I wanted to and lay it down like I wanted to. So I'll have to give it one more try just to see if I could get the base to lay down and then lay the clear down smooth. So I'm gonna try that at about 40 pounds and see if it'll atomize the base a lot better next time around. I'm gonna give it one more try, but after that, 3 strikes, you out of there. So another thing about the gun, if you plan on the gun staying green, you only gonna use it one time, because as soon as you clean it, you're gonna wipe off and clean the green paint right off the gun. So if you like that color green and you believe that it's gonna stay that color, you can forget it. It just ain't gonna happen. Soon as I hit it with some thinner, started cleaning my gun, it wiped right off. So you'll end up with a polished silver gray gun after a while if you clean it and use it a few times. So my real final verdict on this one is, in my opinion, it's a no-go. And I'll have to give it that one last try before I officially call it a no-go, but I'm almost thinking it's going to be a no-go on this one. And I even got the warranty on it, so I can take this one back and get another one, but I'll use it for small parts, maybe some rims or anything like that. It can't mess up anything like that too bad, but to do an overall paint job, I probably wouldn't waste my time, just because I don't want to fight with the gun and have a bad job when I could just get a different gun, spray like I want, and I know the adjustments, and I can go on about my day rather than fighting with this one. So if you picked up the green gun, let me know in the comments if you had good results with it. If you had to fight with it like I had to, let me know what you think. And let's converse and go back and forth and see if we can figure something out. But I'm gonna try this gun one last time before I actually just throw the gun away and call it quits. So, listen, it's your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ, and we out.
It's everything to be a